Hello YouTube fans, here again. And as I'm doing the Jaws rip-offs, why not this one? Originally it was going to be a sequel to Death Trap. If anyone wants to know what Death Trap was, come out in the late 70s. A movie by John Hooper. And it had two titles. It was called Eaten Alive, and as I just said, Death Trap. And also it originally was running the video nasty era. But it was not. It became its own beast. I do know in the early 90s they did a sequel. I ain't going to talk about it because it's a piece of shit. But I am going to review this one being the classic Alligator. That's right, Alligator. So we're going to go with Alligator. Come out in 1980. Like I say, this is going to be a sequel to Death Trap. I'm not going to go on about the rest. And it became its own beast. So it starts off, you've got this little girl, she goes to this market on a board and she buys a baby alligator. Obviously the father's pissed and on the day she goes to school, he gets it and fusses it down the chain. He fusses it down the chain into the toilet. Got about cruelty to animals. And so you got the idea, it's a couple of days later and you've got this cop investigating these strange things. These people are going missing, there's complaints in the sewer of arms and legs going missing, and so on. Now, before that, you got to like this cop, he's a bit down to earth, isn't your typical glamorous, pretty boy that you normally see in these type of films. You know what I mean? He's even going thin. You know, I've been there. When I had there, I was going thin. Then he sucks. So what happens is this dickhead is fending the pro up the police station. He manages to blag him. It turns out to be a fake bomb. And he goes to investigate these strange things that are happening. He goes to like a lab, you know, where they do experiments. And he's telling us about these dogs. They're not barking, they're not lapping. And he says to the scientist, why they're not barking? Oh, we took the focal charge. And I don't respect it, even though that's cool. I don't respect it because it's a sort of film you would not get away with nowadays. Get the word right, Bezza. It's look at my photo charts. It's a sort of film they wouldn't get away with. It's balls there, you know what I mean? But to think this is how cool scientists are. Oh, we cut the focal charge so we don't hear them bark. So it turns out the scientists have something to do. They're dumping these experiments in the sewer and it turns off. It does rewind all the way back to the baby alligator. This is where them body parts are going. So you've got this one guy and the guy goes to the vets. I think that's all right. He goes to the shop. This is one guy who makes fun of it. Our mate who's going bald. You can then see he's pissed at that bit. And this guy's trying to get rid of these dogs and these puppies. Then he sums up as a dick. He goes to toss the sewer. Long below the alligator and has a snack. Then you got this other guy to support. He's a reporter. I get it right. He's a reporter, bit of a dick. He goes in the sewers to investigate the disappearance of the other guy. He gets it. You know, see the camera taking photos. Well, that reminds me of Jaws 2, you know, where you had the deep sea divers in the opening and they get killed. Reminds me a bit of that. So they're then investigating these murders where there's body parts and so on, and that's when they figure out it's an 8-foot alligator. It's had the Joe thing, it's an alligator what was a baby, it's ate some of this stuff and it's made it a king size fucking alligator. So I can respect it for that. It's your typical teats and feats and monster film. So the only bit I think is a bit anticlimactic is he meets a woman on the way who he falls for. And it turns out, if you rewind back, you remember the little girl that bought the baby alligator? It turns out that's her. Surprise, surprise. So you've got this other guy, he's a hunter, he's a bit of an arrogant dick, really arrogant. He goes and tries to get the alligator, it kills him, no fucking about. And you get one scientist, and you think you've seen the actor before. If you ever remember the classic Bruce Lee film, the last Bruce Lee film, even though technically it's not. You go to the late 70s. You remember an actor called Gene Dagger, no longer with us. Very old man, Gene Dagger. He was famous for being in the original Game of Death. And he's a part of this, he's a part of these experiments. He wants to keep it a secret. And there's a bit where they're all having this really posh, snoopy thing, you know, party outside, you know, Buffy and everything. And the alligator comes in, it kills Team Jadder, it kills a lot of other people. And it's a ballsy film because before that, you got these kids, and it's a kid's birthday, and they're blindfolding this kid, paying a pint, they're going to push him in the pool. Long behold, the alligator's there, you get a little kiddie getting eaten. You don't see a lot, you see a bit of blood, but to me, they tried to keep it professionally done. And I respect it for that. Again, a bit ballsy scene. So you got the alligator, it's attacking people here and there, and then our mate, the cop, decides the only way to get it is to blow it up. So he gets in the sewer, and he's got this bomb. It's one of them, the wheel of a car touches the finger off the sewer, he's trying to get out, and in out of luck, he manages to get out of dodge, and he blows up the alligator and kills it. But before that, you got a love scene with him and the one what was the little kid what dumped the baby alligator. Surprise, surprise. But that's how I like the cop. You know, we've all been there when we're men. We go thin. We hate it. I hate it as well. It fucking sucks. But I try to respect that because it makes him down to earth. He's not your typical pity boy. He's a typical down to earth Bob. But like I say, he blows the alligator up. But again, it's your typical ending, what was like typical of that era where you blows it up and it gets the girl. And long behold, you see a baby alligator get dropped into the sewer. And it's that typical, oh dear, here we go. But never got to be into the early 90s. I ain't going to do it because it'll be a rant. It's definitely I'm going to put it. It's definitely just a rip-off of that one. Don't bother with it. But Alligator, like I say, originally you can find it on YouTube, the original theatrical one. And it's like good, you can get it now in its original widescreen, and there's some good shots in it, like the bit where the guy got killed, you can see the saddle of the alligator. The bits where it's attacking people outside, there are bits of stop motion, there's bits where you can see it's not an alligator, you get some mogul shots. But I respect that. Even though some of the effects now are dated, I respect that. Because it's not your shitty CGI, it's not your computer effects that look fake as phony. I can respect it for that. And as like I say, it's your typical B-monster film. But I like the idea it gets big, it's attacking people, it's in a sewer. That's in my eyes makes it a different gnome. So without ado, why not? A 3-star rating for me. I think Alligator is a good one, like I say, you can now get it on YouTube. I do know there was a director's cut. There's a bit more where he's trying to hide his fucking bits where he's going thin. There's a bit more dialogue. There's a bit more talking in it. Little bits in there what was not in the theatrical one. But on YouTube, if you can still get it, I think you can get it on HD, and the picture quality is pretty good. It's pretty good. And it is a good, you know, your typical B monster film. I remember watching it when I was a kid. Yeah, stared the pants out of me. But now, yeah, Alligator. I say it again without ado. 3-star rating from me. But until then, be smart, be safe, don't go in any sewers. See you later.